neck, my back.
Got something a little different for you today. No Shrek, no Doctor Who. We're just gonna shoot the shit, chat some stupid stuff. Right. So, 3 things I want to discuss with you today. We're not gonna use the chair. We're not gonna use it. We might use the chair in a bit. So, 3 things. One thing that is one of my favourite scenes / music videos from a film. Another thing is just a little silly thing I noticed that then started coming true. And the third one is something that has driven me insanely mad for years that I'm gonna vent my frustrations about to you. And you know, this is my channel, so I can talk about what the fuck I want. First thing, number 1. Numero uno. High School Musical. It's a musical in a high school. It's about as much as you need to know. Anyway, so part of this film, if you're not seeing it, we'll give you a brief rundown. Zach, the basketball Chad, the fucking jock everyone loves, and the new girl, Gabrielle, the shy little science girl who just wants to do the science. They don't really go into it much. She wants to do science, but they meet on New Year's and they sing a little song, and wow, it's love, it's chemistry, it's burning, passion, and flamed, and then they just fuck off. She goes to his school, one thing leads to another, and they sign up to do the singing thing. There's always a singing thing. So all the B-ball guys are like, Troy, that shit gay, we don't fuck with it. And all the science gals are like, Gabriella, that shit's straight, we don't fuck with it. But one thing leads to another, and we're in the high school cafeteria. Yeah. And the sing-song starts. Train, fuck off. There's a car outside my window. They just started driving away. All of a sudden we're in the cafeteria. You can hear a little song starting going bum bum ba-da-da-dum, bum 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 ba-da-da. And then we see Zeke on the table, surrounded by the other basketball guys. Obviously Troy's not there because he's busy jelping in the cupboard. And he's like, oh, listen guys, I've got something on my mind, something I've got to tell you, it's been eating me alive, I need to fucking share with my friends. And his friends are like, come on man, you could tell us anything. We're homies, we're bros, we're fucking teammates. Let it out. And he goes, I like to cook. I like making, trifle, creme brulee, some lobster ravioli. And they're like, get the fuck out of here! Camera! Oh, camera! Yo, don't punch your camera for a bit, because you'll mess up your shot and you won't be able to get... shit. Well, sorry. So then after they finish, bullying the chef, we go over to the next table, which is all the nerds and the dorks and the geeks, all reading their books, shirts tucked in, trousers tucked up, virginity definitely intact. And she's like, hey guys, look, I know we're all fucking losers reading our books, doing our thing, but I got something I gotta tell you. And they're all like, babes, we love you, hun. What's on your mind? What's up? What's eating you? She's like, me? I love to dance. I love to cut a jig. I love to jive. I love to sway. And not only do her friends tell her, shut the fuck up, they say, is that even legal? Is some monster like you allowed to fucking dance, you piece of shit? Just rude. Just general quite rude. These are meant to be your friends, meant to support them, bring them up, lift them up. But instead you're like, bitch, you dance? You got a permit for those moves? You got a fucking license for that, mumba? You get pulled over. Bitch, we arresting you for 3rd degree conga line. But anyway, we move on to the third table. The reason for this whole bit. The third table is like your skaters and your stone. Obviously, they wouldn't say they're stoners, but you know the fucking type. Beanies and your baggies and your fucking skateboards. They're obviously smoking a bowl or two. But one of the guys, he's like, look, I know we're all rad, cool, epic skaters, but got something. I got a little hobby I got to share with you guys. And his favorite guy, who we're just gonna call Beanie Baby. Beanie Baby's like, tell us, man, what's up? And he's like, I play the cello. And he's like, the fuck's that? What's a cello? It's awesome, but what is it? And he's like, oh, and then the guy is like, this little mime. He's like, oh, no, no. He's like, a saw? Is that a saw? He's like, no, it's a fucking violin, you piece of shit. It's like a big old violin. And then Mr. Beanie Baby, he hits us with a, do you have to wear a costume? And our little celloist goes, coat and tie. And I have to get this up so I can recreate it for you, because it's glorious. It's beautiful. It's art history at its finest. So this is like the bench they're sitting on, yeah. Like imagine there's like a table around here, yeah. And this is where Mr. Beanie Baby was sitting, and then up here, like sitting a little higher up on the table, sitting on it is the celloist, yeah. The celloist is like, coat and tie. The Beanie Baby's like, no! Oh, I'm distraught! No! And then he walks over here. And he just stands here and he paces for a little bit while the others are all singing and dancing around him and telling him what a cunt he is. Then at the last second he comes back and he goes, stop it! So he's like, no! I'm distraught! Oh, I can't handle this. I'm gonna pace while they do their little dance number. And then I'll come back and go, stick to the stuff, you know! This actor, he can't dance. He has no dancing ability in him whatsoever, but they really loved his rendition and telling of the words, assault! They just needed him in there. And we'll just have him walk away. There's going to be a bunch of pricks dance. No one's going to even notice him, but I did. I did notice him. Because I have nothing better to do. That guy alone. This is weighted on one side, so I need to be careful. Let me just. So that Beanie Baby guy is my favourite character in all High School Musical because he makes me giggle. But anyway, after Mr. Beanie Baby has had his little time in the sun, it goes to Sharpay doing a whole like, this is not what I want. This is not what I planned. And I'm just gonna say, I do not understand. Anyway, so she does all that, and then they all have a little dance and a maneuver. And if you keep an eye in the background, she's like teleporting around places because the continuity editing was done well. That took me like 5 or 6 takes because I kept saying continuity editing, continuity editing. God damn, it's hard. Speaking of hard, low punny. No, Alright, now that High School Musical thing's out of the way, I can move on to the next part, which is more of just a funny observation that then started to get more accurate as time went on. So, I was in a shop buying some deodorant because I'm a smelly little bitch. And it's not this can, but we'll have this can of deodorant. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, this is a strange name. But I mean, this isn't the right one. This just says Sports Star on it. It's just some generic bullshit. But I noticed that Pokemon TCG packs sound like they could just be, rip-off, like off-brand, safe brand deodorants. Like Chilling Rain, Silver Tempest, like even Brilliant Stars could be like a perfume or some shit. And I was doing this bit, and part of because I was telling my mates when we were just playing Pokemon Showdown, and part of the bit was that like, fucking hell, even like the second ever TCG pack made, like their first named one was Jungle. And that just sounds like it would be a Lynx, like Lynx scent. So I made the bit, and then 2 days later they come up with Jungle Fresh. Like, so if you're ever trying to make like your own kind of trading card game, or if you're trying to make a deodorant, just fucking cross-reference some names and change a little bit. So instead of Chilling Rain, have it be like Chilled Rain, and then you got yourself a nice little. And last but not least, there's one more thing I need to discuss with you today, folks. This is quite a hefty topic we're going to talk about here. Quite a weighty topic. The McFlurry. I like me some ice cream. Who doesn't like a bit of ice cream? But what I don't like is McFlurries. I can't fucking stand them. Now, is it anything to do with the ice cream? No, it's not. What it's to do with is the spoon. Now, a little bit of backstory. I'm on the spectrum. Who would have guessed? I made a video about Shrek 3. Who would have guessed I'm fucking autistic? Certain things would kind of trigger me and overwhelm me when I was younger, like just visually. Straws, spoons, like squirty bottles. Can't do them. But the worst contender by far is the McFlurry spoon. Not only is it the worst design utensil that's ever existed, it just looks disgusting, and it's flawed in every aspect imaginable. I'll throw an image of a McFlurry spoon around here somewhere. Let me just... Whoa! That's a spoon! Would you look at that? It's fucking gross. Apparently they're changing the spoon now, but look, I need to moan about it, okay? Why? Who knows? But I need to. So let's start at the top of the handle of the spoon. There's a little hook. Now I don't know about you. I tend to put cutlery in a drawer. Maybe it's because my cutlery doesn't have hooks on it. Maybe I would hook it up and hang it up like a fucking shirt if they had hooks, but they don't. And I don't like the idea of a bunch of spoons hanging in a fucking dirty Mackey's kitchen. Maybe that's just me. So, if we then move slightly down from the spoon, we get to the actual, top base of the spoon handle, which, if you look at it, oh, it's hollow. There seems to be some giant square SpongeBob cock-looking sized hole in my spoon. I know what this is for, and I know what I've heard people say it's for. Most people will tell you it's a straw, so we'll tackle that first. If you're using that as a straw, you have problems. Let's ignore the fact that McDonald's offer straws that you could use instead of a giant square hole. You could just use that. Just use one of their straws. Also, it's a fucking little cup. If it turns to a liquid, just drink the fucking thing. Just done. Or just don't wait till it melts. So let's say McDonald's they've got no straws in, and it's melted, and you're incapable of lifting. You have no hands, so you can't lift it up so you have to use the spoon straw. If you're forced to use the spoon straw, again, no hands, you can't pick it up. There are no other straws in the fucking shop, and there's no one else around you to lift it up for you. I mean, let's ignore the fact that if you have no hands, you won't be able to use the spoon in the first place. You have to use the straw, okay? You have to use the spoon straw. It's square. It doesn't easily fit in that. You can't easily make a seal around it, It's not going to be comfortable. It's also fucking huge. You're going to have to be sucking like me on a weekend to get some... I'm sorry. You've got to be putting some real force into that to get your fucking ice cream out of it. It's also, the sides of it are too thick as well, so it's just gonna feel uncomfortable. So it's not efficient, it's not comfortable, and you already have straws at your disposal. So that argument is gone. Finito. Let's talk about the next part. What it's actually used for is it's when they're pouring the McFlurry, they go and it goes through the spoon and into the thing. Why? Generally, if you work at McDonald's, tell me why. You could just take the spoon out and then put it against the machine and have it all go in there, because then you wouldn't lose any ice cream stuck inside the spoon straw abomination you've got. So it wouldn't waste your product, and it wouldn't waste the ice cream vans give you these little spoon straws. No, they don't, because they just do that, and it still makes the fucking lovely little whip shape. So it's used, and you're just losing ice cream stuck in the side of it. It's pointless. You're just wasting your product at that point. And then we'll get on to one of the last parts of these spoons, because yes, I'm still fucking going. The plastic material they make it out of, and the kind of clear white of it, makes every little bit of liquid that sticks to that spoon look more gross. And on the inside, it all looks like fucking white, creamy, salivary shit. When you try and have a little the way it's dipped. Prop, get the prop. Fuck out of it. So the way the McFlurry spoon dips is it dips quite like a big U, not like a horrendous one, but it's in the mix of that and like a that, yeah. So it's a lot steeper than this. This is perfect. This is why I have these spoons, because they don't dip too much, so you can get a little you can get a nice seal on it without having to go Anyway, so the McFlurry spoons, you really got to put your fucking lip into it to actually scoop it up. And even then, it's never enough. So there's always a little fermented pool at the bottom of ice cream and spit. And it looks fucking vile. And because it's a kind of white clear, the whole spoon itself is a white clear. It just looks so fucking gross. It just looks like spit on a window. That's not appetizing. I don't want to be sitting, they Twix McFlurry. Oh look, someone's spaffed on me window. Like, come on. It's just use a regular straw and a regular fucking spoon. I mean, I don't go to McDonald's very often anyway, because I don't really like the burgers. I'd rather just get a big old greasy bastard burger from some random dodgy 3-star rated chippy. But like, if I ever do go to McDonald's with people and they get me a McFlurry, I immediately throw the spoon out and I will take that ice cream fucking home. I don't care if it melts. I didn't buy the fucking thing. I wouldn't buy it. So if you bought it for me and it melts because I won't use the spoon, I get that that's me being a dickhead. But I will not lower myself the standard of using that disgusting fucking spoon. It is vile. It is gross. No one should be put through that. It's not human. It's inhumane. This is some fucking Geneva Code breaking shit. Just don't fucking use them. Just regular straw, regular spoon, or drink it like a fucking cup. Look, McDonald's, just fuck your fucking ideas up. Get rid of those fucking spoons. I know you already have, but just fuck you. Right. Was there a point to this video? No. Was it funny? Probably not. Did I have fun? That's up for debate. Anyway, bye. Tism police. He stole my joke. Ugh, the male fantasy.